Hello, good afternoon everyone. I'm Dr. Jose Oclarit, a PhD in molecular biology and biochemistry and an expert in genetic engineering as well as in molecular techniques. Now, I would like to give you some insights as regards to this what you called mRNA vaccine. By definition, mRNA vaccine is not a vaccine at all because the real vaccine are those attenuated live causative agent or inactivated or dead causative agent. As in this case, this is a COVID virus, so it should be a COVID virus that should be either attenuated or dead. Whereas the other type of vaccine is the protein of the virus itself, as in the case of spike protein that is really protein obtained from the virus. But in the case of the mRNA is what called messenger RNA, and once introduced into the cell, because it is an mRNA, it could be reverted back to DNA molecule by the enzyme called reverse transcriptase, which is available in our cells. Once the mRNA is reverted back to DNA, it is inserted into where it was introduced. So it is inserted into the DNA of the cell where it was introduced, and forever it will be there and continuously producing the protein called the spike protein. And therefore, there is a possibility that because it is a foreign protein from that particular cell, then the long-term effect is that this will be rejected, and this will be the source of what you call the autoimmune attack by our own white blood cells, because it is not a resident protein of our body. Therefore, it is not really good. So, injecting an mRNA into our cell would make us a transgenic organism, and that mRNA would now reside into our cells forever, and there is no turning back. It is called irreversible reaction, and therefore your body will be producing that protein, which they found out to be toxic to our body. First, it is toxic to the brain, it is toxic to the heart, it is toxic to the kidney, and toxic to the lungs. Therefore, in the long-term effect, because there is no stop button anymore, your cell will be forever be producing a spike protein, which is not a normal protein of our body. Therefore, that mRNA shot is very dangerous. It's either Pfizer and Moderna or the AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson. The AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson are using what you call the adenovirus, which we found out that it is actually a DNA virus coming from a chimpanzee. They use that to deliver the genetic material. But the end point is still to produce the mRNA that would produce the spike protein, and there is no turning back. So this is a very dangerous mRNA shot. Is very, very, very dangerous. Take note. As a molecular biologist, I could say to you that it is really dangerous, because once you are introduced genetic material, even delivered by this adenovirus from the chimpanzee, although it is not replicating, but it is delivered into the target, and then that particular genetic material will forever reside in that particular tissue of the body of the person who was injected with the mRNA shot or adenovirus shot. Thank you very much and good afternoon.